October Red, I am here at the GBM Media launch date in Sheffield for the fight on February the 9th. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you. Good to have you here at GBM Press Day, Media Day, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
What a turnout. But even better than that, the development of GBM. I've sat down and I've stood up and I've spoke to quite a few of your fighters. And a lot of them are saying the same thing. They really appreciate what you're doing for them because everyone's in business to make money.
Yeah.
But you're sort of like an extension to them because you used to be a boxer yourself, and that's something I didn't know.
Yeah, so obviously I've been a boxer 20 years ago. I had my first amateur fight 20 years ago. I made my professional boxing debut in 2010. So like people like Dave Allen, I was sparring partners with him, so I understand the game more than most. I see a different perspective. I always look at a fighter's kind of angle, and that is one of the different things I bring to boxing promotion, because you don't see many promoters have actually been in the ring, who've risked their own life, who understand the grueliness of dieting, trying to sell tickets, the pressure, the nerves, the family issues. I understand every single mortal thing about being a fighter. I understand the nerves before you go in changing rooms, when you're wrapping your hands up. I understand the butterflies, and it's a really daunting place and lonely place at times. And I've always got that kind of element and mindset when I'm talking to fighters or doing deal for fighters, because I understand what it really is about.
GBM, I know it sounds really basic, but give me the foundation, the meaning, GBM. Tell us about that, the business itself.
The story is, I only started off to be a manager, so we called it Global Boxing Management. So when I got my license, I got my management license, and I never thought I'd promote. But what happened in 2021, I put my first fighter on a show, a local show, and within 3 minutes of being there, I looked to my friend to the right side. I said, we could do this with the eyes closed, and that was it. So I didn't want to change it because GBM sounded quite good. We kept it going, we kept the brand, and we obviously turned to GBM Sports, and that's where it's come from. So I started off never thinking I was going to promote, from thinking I'm going to be the best in the country. So it's a bit of a jump, yeah, but listen, we worked hard. But I've been saying in a few interviews, it's all about looking forward now. I don't want to really kind of celebrate what I've done in the last 2 years. I appreciate where we've come from, but it's about moving on now, taking it to that next level, really showing what we're about, not saying what we're about, because it's all good me giving a big sales pitch on here, which you do as a promoter, but it's about delivering now, delivering the fights, the entertainment, the titles, the dramas, the tears. Whatever you want to go, we're going to bring it.
The one thing I do love about it, though, is because a lot of people can start off in business, self-employed, have that ambition, have that drive. It always starts somewhere, there's that spark. But seldom do they end up staying there. Seldom do they get to a point and it gets really tough.
Yeah.
And you might think, oh, I'm not doing this anymore. What makes you different, Izzy? What makes you think, no, I don't care what you throw at me. Yeah. This is my world and I'm staying in it.
It's a mindset thing. What a lot of people don't know, I'm 41 soon. I've been in business since I was 16-year-old. I had my first business when I was 15, actually. I've done most things you can think of in business. I've never actually been employed by anybody, so I've always been involved in businesses. Therefore, there's a certain mindset, there's a certain knack. I don't think I know I can do this. And it's a mindset, and it's not arrogance or overconfident or kind of being deluded to the magnitude of the job it takes and the kind of sacrifices and risks boxing promotion involves and endeavours. But I know I can do it, and that's a mindset thing. And there's been at times in this last few years when I thought, do I really want to be involved in this? It's tough. But unfortunately, I've got some good people around me. And I'm pushed in the right direction, and it's a belief. And I pray and I manifest. And I said this 2 years ago, this happened. I told everybody that we're going to be one of the best boxing promotion comes in the country. And people might be listening thinking, is he really just doing a sales pitch? I promise you, they don't know what's in store this year. We're going to go to town this year, all out. Obviously, financially, we're in a stronger position. The TalkSport deal helped us kind of secure some financial sponsors and investors. So, listen, it's time to go to showcase and time to go to party this year. It's no messing about. It's a real deal. GBM Sports are going to go out and entertain.
You mentioned something there, and I think is core to any business. You've got to be able to have a strong team. What is it that makes GBM a strong team, GBM Sports? What makes you stand out to know that you've got those people around you? And I'm going to throw out the cliche word is trust. Yeah. But back at you, what makes a strong team? What makes a team strong for you?
it's real people and not yes men around me. So if I'm doing something wrong, my team will tell me. My head of events and head of production, like joint production, he's 23-year-old. His father used to work for Barry Earns. He passed away with a heart attack. So this is more than just a job for us guys. This is legacy. This is, we like boxing. We live boxing. I'm a boxing fan before I'm a promoter. He's a boxing fan. Everybody in our team knows boxing. And then we've got obviously different segments like your matchmakers and your PR guys, and they're all good at what they do. But listen, when you've been around like I have, without blowing my own trumpet, not many people are going to put wool over my eyes yet. I've been around a lot of people, a lot of business, a lot of things that have learnt me a lot. So I can sense when something's not right. And if somebody's not right for us, I have an intuition and instantly I'm like this. So the biggest downfall of mine is I've come from a certain world where we've got to be very alert and understanding people and situations. And so I can like kind of sense the situation and think this kid's full of shit or this kid's not going to be good for us. And then my team are like, how do you know? Like investing in GBM, I invested heavy and they were like, oh, you're crazy. I said, relax, trust the process. And a lot of people don't trust the process, but you've got to know the process to trust it. I know it because I've delivered this in different businesses and I've succeeded. So boxing's a business I've got passion about, something that I've been involved in as a fighter. So I know I can deliver. I know with the right team around me and the finance, we could take this right to the top. This really can.
Creating opportunities for fighters. This is something that, you know, small hall shows, we can call it that. You know, GBM we can see is not necessarily on the small hall side, but not on the magnitude where you've got a massive broadcast as in Sky Sports or DAZN. However, you've just touched on the fact that TalkSport are doing it. So that's a really big step for what you would cliche and traditionally call a small hall promoter.
Yeah, see, we don't use that term in our camp, but that's not looking down or have it. We just don't want that inferior kind of complex that sometimes promoter thinks, oh yeah, they're doing this, we can't do it. We look at the best promoters in the world, and I'm being serious with you. With the right finance, we can deliver as good as them. I'm not going to say we can be better than them because they're extremely good promoters out there, but we won't be far off. I promise you. We know the game. We know how it works. We know what it takes. We know what the fans want. We know what the fighters want. We understand what the broadcasters want as well. It's just about getting there. We will get there. It'll be a matter of time. We're grinding. Eventually, we'll reach them goals. And yeah, we'll be up there. And already we're recognised immensely for 2 years' time. You know, where we've come from. And I go back to like where we've come from, but sometimes I don't want to keep repeating that story because it kind of almost becomes a repeat mode. But the fact is, you can't forget where you've come from, and it always kind of humbles me and reminds me that we've actually come where nobody in the cat expected us to get here, apart from me. I knew it. The first night, I remember the first ever show, they come to like, oh, have you fucking done this? Have you done this? Or like, you just trust the process and believe. I knew this would happen, so I've already kind of manifested this and dreamt this. So this is no surprise to me. If we had a massive TV broadcasting deal, it'd be no surprise to me. I'd be more surprised if we didn't get it.
You see, we like that energy, and that is the thing. And if you've got that mentality and that positivity, that will filter down to your fighters, that will filter down to the public. People will in turn want to come and watch your shows, and in turn fighters might think, I need to get in contact with Izzy Asif. I want to be on a GBM sports show.
Yeah. Listen, I'll look at it this way. What's the worst thing can happen in life? You don't succeed, but you know, you can try as long as we're healthy and we've got health and we're working hard and we're enjoying it and we've got nothing to lose. I think sometimes people put pressure on themselves. You've got to achieve this, you've got to get this. Just go out, enjoy it. Keep your intentions pure. Be true to the fighters. Be honest you can in a game which is renowned to have underhand deals and renowned to be, you know, maybe not transparent as promoters, but I want to change that kind of stigma that promoters hold. I want to be as straight as I can. I want to tell them to the point, and we've got nothing to lose. We're in and lose. Somebody said to me earlier on, if you stop promoting today, you've already overachieved from the geographics I've come from by a country mile. So for me, every day is a winner. So that energy comes from knowing that where we've come from. Obviously, there's personal things that I don't really want to say yet, but the things I've been through, with losing my brother and stuff like that, that really build you for who you are. So this is show business. This is fun. And this is why the energy comes, because we know what life can be really hard. There's people suffering out there. There's people got illnesses, family issue, finance. We're grateful to God that we're in a fantastic position. We've got one of the fastest growing boxing promotions in the world. Yeah, you know, come from absolute humble beginnings, and yeah, and we've got fighting blood in us. So we bring a lot of difference to this kind of business, and I think we'll be good for British boxing, and we'll showcase why there's so much hype about GBM Sports.
We love it. We're going to finish on the schedule then. We know that we've got we've got February the 9th. Talk to us a little bit about the schedule. I heard you at the top table there, but for the viewers that didn't hear it, GBM Sports have got a stacked 2024. Give us the dates, Izzy.
February, Sheffield. March, Midlands. April, Midland, very close to you. Massive card. You know, 2 titles at least on. Best talent in the Midlands will be on that show. April, potentially Leeds. May, London. June, Newcastle. September, probably back to Sheffield. October, we haven't got a set, but we've got a pencil date. And back at the end of December. Sorry, mid-December. It's 8 shows we've got lined up now. We haven't got a set venue on all of them because we've got to work, make sure the fighters available, the venue's available, make sure we've got the right fights on there. But that's what we're looking to do: a packed out year with the best talent on display.
Guys, you heard it here first. Well, you probably didn't hear it here first, but you definitely heard it. Izzy Asif is not playing any games. Get rid of the small hall promoter. We don't want to hear that anymore. It's GBM Sports.
What is it? Small what? Mine goes, what? Small what? Small? I didn't hear that last bit.
Well, there's nothing small about this man, I can tell you. Izzy, shout out your social media, your sponsors, your team, just so the viewers can get behind them and start watching what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, follow our platforms, GBM_sports. Our sponsors, without them, we won't be here. We won't have progress. TalkSport been massive help to us financially coming on board, really increase our kind of financial strength, really has them coming on board. Avant Water, who's been there from the start. Maurice Andrews Solicitors, Eco Power, and Indus Catering. Without you guys, it won't be possible. Appreciate what you've done. And without the fans, we won't be here. You guys have backed us. We really appreciate what you've done. Have a fantastic 2024 and go smash your goals and never tell anybody you can't do it. Over and out with that.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.